I remember in the circus, as one of the things I didn't like about it was the sort of wild animals being forced to perform. You know, it felt a bit, even as a child, to me, it felt uncomfortable. Well, I don't remember the first time I saw it, but I do remember seeing it, and like all those old Disney movies, they had great impact. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't remember everything about it, but like with all those movies, they're like dreams when you're a kid. You know, they kind of, you remember these powerful images, you know, but you don't remember exactly everything about it. And so when I was, then they mentioned Dumbo to me, I thought, ooh, that's something that connected to me, you know? And I realized it's because I have such a long, I started my career at Disney, you know what I mean? I've been a weirdo at Disney for many years, right? So there you have it. The fun for me was when I first started working at Disney, I always wanted to design theme park rides, you know what I mean? So that was something that I used to say back in the 1980s, can I design some rides and stuff? So finally now, on a movie, but still got to do it. And that was beautiful because we got to build sets and we got to build a lot of this stuff, which was great.
Fly, little one.
It's just a different dynamic from the original. You know, I mean, there was talking animals in the original. There was, you know, all that sort of stuff. And, you know, it works fine in that movie. But for me, you're right, there's a sort of simplicity and a certain, like, even though it's a fantasy, I didn't want the animals to talk, and I didn't want all those other things to kind of get in the way of the simple, what Dumbo is for me. That goes back to the old movie, Other Time, you know, and like, alcohol is such an easy kind of excuse to do something. And because we're trying to be pure with the emotions here and weave it into a bit more of the fabric of the way the movie is made, decided to move it more into like a part of the show, a part of the build-up to Dumbo coming out. And so, and then kind of get into it from his perspective a little bit. So it was just more of a way of trying to make a nod to the sequence that was so incredible in the original and just do it in a different way. It's a story about him, you know, and so the thing is, I always wanted to make sure that you felt like you were kind of with him, you know what I mean, and not just looking at him all the time, you know, because a lot of the shots were based, you know, from other points of view, and I just tried to find the balance of the amount of times that you felt like you were him and with him.
Dumbo works alone.
So do I. Bonjour, Billy, Joe. And you? Charming.